So it looks like Martell and Melody have plotted a plan to get people interested in part 2 of their flawing, terrible season 4. Because it looks like he's filing for full custody of his kids and he's taking to social media to air her out. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So it's been a while since we talked about Love and Marriage Huntsville, thankfully, because they really didn't have the greatest season 4. But as you know, they've been on hiatus, still filming, still trying to get the blogs talking about this season because the ratings were okay, but they weren't in the millions like they've seen on this show. But as you also know, they got tongues wagging a few weeks ago at this point when there was a brawl in Huntsville between Martell and Marceau reportedly. And conveniently, Melody stayed on Instagram Live for all of us to see it. Helped ratings for those episodes that aired the following night. Well, now, all of you who are hitting me up, did you hear about Melody saying that Martell is trying to file for full custody? Well, now Martell is confirming, and he's airing her out on social media like they always do, getting us ready for September 10th when the show returns. I've become so skeptical. I'm sorry, y'all. Maybe because I hear and see so many things behind the scenes, and some of you reality TV stars try to send me information through intermediaries so I would report on it and talk about it. I'm only reporting on things that I'm like, you know what? I have something I want to say. To be honest with you. Do I believe it? I tell you in the video if I believe it or not. Okay, I'm not sure if I believe this because we know what Carlos King is up to. So as you know, Martell has been in the blogs. I find it so interesting. People now reporting on the tea about Martell being pissed at Sheree. We reported on that over a week ago. Go check that video, y'all. Funky Duneva came out with that, I don't know how long ago, and we reported on it like the same day or the next day. Just a quick update for those that may have missed our video on that. But back to this. So he's taken to social media to blast Melody and say this. Melody, please leave me alone. You moved on, I've moved on. Stop attempting to destroy me. We have 4 beautiful children together. Stop going live and doing interviews if you don't want to speak positive about the father of your 4 children. I have not spoken negatively or about you lately. Not lately. Even when asked about you. Melody, stop lying about court and custody and even the little childish Martell forgot to make the kids lunch.
Don't be rude.
I told my kids they were eating at school, in which lots of kids do. I'm 2-0 in court and she is 0-2, meaning I'm guessing he won twice in court and she's lost 0 times in court in those 2 instances. He says, my attorney is 4-0 against her attorney. The courtroom isn't social media. Judges hear facts. If you have anything else to say, Mel, make sure I'm there for my side of the story because we know you do or say anything for social media. He's not done. He continues. He says, I'm requesting full custody because she's had over 24 people since our separation, with only a few being her family members watch our children, including Marcus in my city for 2 nights, while Melody flew to another state without informing the father of anything. I asked Melody if we could not allow men to watch our children, and she says, I do what I want. Months later, Marcus's husband was left alone watching my children. Not because they're bad people, just saying that's something Melody and I both were against initially. All I ask is that I have the first right of refusal if she's unable to keep the kids during her time with them. This is something most moms would want, a supportive dad who loves their children and would rather keep them than sending them to multiple people when the mom is too busy. We get the kids on every other week. We know that sometimes things may happen or come up when we have our kids, and that's okay. My issue is the excessiveness of different people watching our kids. Stop saying that I'm not acting like a supportive dad. I've been the more active parent since day one, before cameras. I really love and care for my children unconditionally. I'm also suing Melody for falsely accusing me of abusing my son or kids. So I have to say though, Martell sounds pretty smart here in regards to what he's saying. Look, there's two sides to every story. As I said at the top of this video, I'm always looking at them with the side eye, like, are they just doing this to set us up for another season? But so many of you during our recaps have said you're tired of the Melody and Martell situation. You're tired of seeing them fight on this show. Just when we thought things were getting better for these two, it seems as if they're not. And they're taking it to social media, which to me, as grown people in their 30s, taking things to social media when your kids can see it now or in the future, it's just like, come on. Like, can't we do better? But I wouldn't be surprised that this is encouraged by production so that they can get some ratings, so that people can get excited about part 2 of this season of season 4 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. But I don't get the issue with Mel's brother's husband watching the kids. I mean, we've seen some very questionable actions from you, Martell, when it comes to Melody's brother, who is openly gay. And I'm just sort of like, well, what's the issue? That's his husband. Technically family. What's the issue? And you both agreed on this? Like, there might be an issue with this person. Maybe he talks to the kids in a way that they don't like. I don't know. But like I've seen on the show, your behavior with Melody's brother makes me look at you like you're a little bit homophobic. Maybe. I got the vibe. I'm not saying that you are. I got the vibe, especially when dealing with Melody's brother. So I'm wondering, like, what's the issue? That's technically their uncle. By marriage, but it's still technically their uncle. And how long has he been married to this man? How long has he been in this man's life? I don't know. But at the end of the day, if you both agree that you wouldn't do it for whatever reason, then Melody should respect that. And as I said multiple times on recapping Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all need to start working together and go, what happened to those co-parenting classes? Y'all really, because at the end of the day, yeah, great TV, drama, blah, 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 blah. No, you have real children that don't understand that this is television. Real children that have to be in the middle of all of this. And I do kind of believe him because Melody has a lot of things going on. I saw she was just performing somewhere. She's got this going on and that going on. So I'm not surprised because I always wonder to myself, how does Melody maintain all of these different things that she's doing and have 4 kids? Because I know some of you struggle with 1. She has 4 young kids. And yes, when you have a village, you can do all of that. Do I believe 24 people? Kind of. Because she has a lot going on. Is he mad because she's being successful? Probably. But I know that Melody will spin this in a way that will make me be like, okay, she got a point. And Martell won't be able to. He's got all his good words together. I don't know who helped him with that. Sidebar, I did hear about Ariane getting beat up allegedly. You know, coleslaw, for dealing with another married man, allegedly. I didn't cover the story because it's coleslaw. But since we're talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville, why not mention it now? That was the word on the street. And still the word on the street is this whole situation with Sheree and Martell. I still don't get what's happening here. He's saying that it's not what she's saying it is, and she's not even his type. I'm trying to understand what's happening here. And I know Carlos is probably speaking about it. And honestly, Carlos, I don't care because I feel like this is a plot that you've set up for the bull. Guys, let's continue this conversation below. Who do you think the kids should be with? Do you think that Martell has valid points in what he's saying? Or do you think they should get the hell off of social media? Let's continue this conversation below. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.